My name is Dave Vasson. I live in San Francisco, California with my wife, Samoyna, and my daughter, Serena. I'm a first-generation American. My parents came to the U.S. from South America with almost nothing. They taught me the importance of a strong work ethic and the value of an education. How are we looking to get this out today? After school, I started working in education technology, building software platforms for big companies like Amazon and Cisco. But when my daughter, Serena, was born, everything changed. I would leave for work every day. I just found it so hard to not be a part of her day and how she was learning and growing. And I knew with my background and passion for education, I could actually do something about it. I developed a unique product that's focused specifically on early education. It connects preschool and daycare teachers to parents and their children in a way that's never been done before. 85% of brain development happens in the first 3 years of life. And every study shows that the investment that you make has a massive impact, not only on the individual, but on the greater community. These are our kids. This is our future, and this is something that we have to invest in. Hi Sharks, my name is Dave Vasson. I'm the founder and CEO of Brightwheel, and I'm here seeking a $400,000 investment for a 4% equity stake in my company. Brightwheel is the mobile app for preschools, daycares, and families. And we are completely revolutionizing early education. Now, I believe all of us are parents here, and I want to ask, when you come home after a long day and you ask your kids, what did you learn in school today? Does this sound familiar?
I did everything I did. I want to tell you.
You don't want to tell me?
I don't know.
Right. This is the experience for millions of parents across America every single day, and especially for younger kids. You've been apart from your little human being for 6, 8, 10 hours a day, and that is all you get. You know, you want to be a part of their day. You want to add to their learning once you come home, and you can't. It's gut-wrenching. And on the other side, on the school side, it's no better. In addition to actually educating our kids, teachers are managing a ton of paperwork. Let's face it, they're actually managing parents. And on top of that, they're even running a business. The system is broken, and Brightwheel is the solution. So let's jump in and take a look at how Brightwheel works. So with Brightwheel, teachers can easily check kids in from the mobile app. They can log activities and assessments during the day. They can send quick updates. And they can even manage their business all in one place. And we're just seeing an amazing amount of photos every single day on Brightwheel. And this is the reason. You take it, you tag it, and you are absolutely done. And now we're going to look at the teacher app. So this is the teacher's room, and we're going to click on activities at the bottom here. And this is all being done on paper today. And so we've taken it and combined it and made it super fast and super easy. And so we're going to click on nap here. And then we're going to tag 3 kids that just went down for a nap. And the key about Brightwheel is that we're saving teachers time. You actually have measurably more time with kids every single day. And now we're going to flip over real quick to the parent experience. So let's jump to the mobile app. This is actually my little girl, Serena, and this is her day. And as you can see, I get a sense of not only what she's doing, but what she's learning. And so when I come home, I can actually have a conversation with her about it. My connection with my little girl is so much deeper because of Brightwheel. And by the way, in the middle of a pretty tough day, it doesn't hurt to get a photo like this. Sharks, this is a unique opportunity to build a massive business that has a massive impact on people's everyday lives, and that's something that we hear every day. So I hope you'll join Serena and our team in bringing Brightwheel to every preschool, every daycare, and every family across the globe.
Are you selling me this platform, this dashboard? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
How much am I paying for it?
Right now, you're paying nothing. Brightwheel's free today. When we have our premium product, you will be paying a monthly fee for that.
The parent will pay or I'll pay?
You will pay as the administrator or the owner.
And will the parent ever pay anything?
Not today. We're building a platform. We see a lot of opportunity to add value to parents down the road.
Except you can't advertise on that platform.
Correct, and we have no intention to advertise.
Wait, you can advertise to the parents all you want.
We don't want to. We think there's a ton of ways that you can.
You have a very hard time with that model.
No way.
No, we have no intention to. So let me walk you through what Brightwheels look like. So we started with a pilot in fall of 2014.
How many schools did you get signed up?
Yeah, so we got 10 schools in the pilot with literally no product. And so we worked with them, we listened to them, we understood their needs. In June of this year, we launched publicly as Brightwheel. We went from 10, and then now we have 2,500 schools. We're in every state across the country.
Wow.
So how are you going to monetize it?
First, I just want to say that when you look at other industries, all of these industries have really great dedicated software that's provided by very large companies. This is a massive market that doesn't have that. And so that's where we see ourselves fitting in.
Well, a lot of that has to do with the fact that they don't have money because they're very much small proprietors.
But they do have budget.
Well, they're just mismanaged. I've got a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old and a 2-week-old, and I pull my hair out sometimes looking at how the preschools are managed as a business.
Right.
Even.
I offered to write software for my kids' preschool.
And that's why they love it, because we take all that off their hands so they have more time with kids.
You're doing so many things at once that makes it a little harder to pitch this.
Yeah.
That may be where the opportunity lies too, right? You're doing something for schools, something for parents, something for teachers as well.
Right. We're in everything from 4-person in-home daycares. Even a lot of people are actually using us with nannies, so a single person, all the way up to elite chain of preschools. So we're going to offer at the low price point around $40 per month for a really small in-home daycare, and that scales up to $200 in terms of the.
So the top price is $200, and that
Right.
could be 50 kids, right?
There's some very large centers, including ones that we're in. We're in centers with several hundred children. So
That's still $200?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you raised any money from investors?
So based on the pilot, we raised a seed round of $2.2 million at an $8.2 million valuation.
Besides money, what do you want the Shark to contribute to this, to your venture?
We're taking on big challenges now. We're looking to scale. We're looking to build a global brand. I'm not just here for money. I'm not just here for PR. I'm here for the partnership possibilities of bringing on Sharks onto our team and the value that adds. We want to be the brand of early education.
The problem is the law of small numbers. I mean, I actually understand what you're doing and have been in your space.
Okay.
Made a lot of money in it, actually. And I think it's brilliant. I think you've done something really interesting here. I don't know what your plans are in the monetization.
So it's $1 million next year, $6 million the year after that, and 20 after that.
I believe it. Okay, look, I'll make you an offer. I'll give you $400,000, but I want 10%. I just bring too much.
Kevin, I appreciate that offer. I really do. And the fact that you want to be a part of this, more than the number of the equity.
4%? How can, like,
I understand.
It's like...
No, and look, even your background, you sold an education company. That is valuable. What is challenging for me is our investors had my back as
I trust you on that, but how do I get
But you knew that coming
motivated?
in.
I think you're going to have that same frustration.
I mean, you knew you'd have to negotiate, right?
Yeah. Oh, and I want to find something that works. But
Well, Dave, I don't know if I can add value. Listen, you have Mark, you have Chris, really savvy in that space. You have Kevin, who understands child education. I don't think I can help you. I'm out.
I appreciate your time, I really do.
How many schools are you going to add this month?
So we're adding on average, we had 38 yesterday, we're averaging about 40 to 50 a day.
So, all right, look, I really like this business. I warn you not to promise like we're never going to advertise, et cetera, because I do think you could add a lot of value with offers, coupons. People in this demographic actually want good products to be put in front of them. And so I think that could be one fun channel. I want to make you an offer, but I have a hard time paying more than anybody else paid for the business, particularly considering what I bring with my background and the value I think I bring to your platform. So I'd like to give you the $400K you're seeking, but at the $8.2 million valuation of the last round. We give you the $400K and we're off to the races.
Can I ask, first of all, that is an amazing offer. Do you have any desire to team up with other Sharks?
So if I'm looking at the other Sharks and I'm going to let them into my deal, I have to be convinced that the piece of the deal I have left is going to be worth more as a result of
that, yeah.
And with your company, I'm not convinced of that.
No.
If we're selling T-shirts or we need something at Bed Bath & Beyond, I got people lined up over here.
Translates as you guys are losers.
I don't want to get in the middle of anything.
You tell me, what do you think you need from the rest of the line here?
Are you serious? Are you really that clueless?
No, I'm
Seriously, are you really that clueless?
Once Shark is out, Dave has 2 offers on the table for his early education software platform, Brightwheel. However, things have become heated in the tank after Dave suggested Sharks go in on an offer together.
You tell me, what do you think you need from the rest of the line here?
Are you serious? Are you really that clueless?
No,
Seriously, are you really that clueless?
I haven't heard you speak up, Mark.
I'm listening, right?
I gave you a great offer, and I'm confident it'll hold up. So if somebody else wants to speak up right now, they should.
Chris, I'm taking the offer. I just want to know if we're going to team up with anyone.
You're taking the offer, so you're not even listening to anything else?
No, I'm saying I want in with Chris. Chris is going to add a ton of value. I want to know if anyone else wants to join the deal.
Pending questions.
Yes.
What else do you need from somebody else? And is anybody here nominating themselves as bringing something to the table? I haven't heard anything.
I don't need to nominate myself.
I'm listening.
Right, so I don't need to convince Chris of anything. I have no problem with Chris and the value he brings, the other companies he has. Right, when he assigns his name to it, it holds a lot of street cred in his little part of the world. Once you get outside of that little bubble called Silicon Valley, it doesn't mean.
As far as I know,
if you want to create a brand value so that somebody who's working in Texas, Pittsburgh, Maine, Florida and wants to have an extra level of confidence to say, you know what, this was validated by somebody that we trust, somebody we know has a track record, your job gets easier.
That doesn't seem like a problem because you're in 50
hang
states
on,
already.
Hang on. While the two ends of the tank are squabbling like chickens, I just want to point something out.
Yes.
The only shark that's ever had a multi-billion-dollar exit in your space is Mr. Wonderful.
Right.
This is my space.
Right.
I know exactly how to help you, and I think, frankly, I bring a lot to the table on that. I'm not going to fight with Chris about whether he should be alone or not. To get involved, I have to compete with his deal. So I'm willing to match him because I have no choice. I like the deal. I really do.
Right.
The percentage isn't the issue. Because the shuffling deck chairs on the Titanic, either you're going to make it or you're not.
Right.
Right? And so whether it's at 8.2 or 10 million, that's not the issue.
Are you considering making an offer?
Yeah, I like it. So, I mean, he's done most of the work. It's going to be those other schools on the margin or being able to get to groups or being able to create confidence. Because the application does the job.
It does, and it works great.
Right. So what creates the confidence that makes someone to say yes to a decision when maybe they don't understand it completely, maybe they're not in the wheelhouse of how you're getting deals currently?
That's the biggest hurdle we're trying to cross.
Dave, when you're asking these guys in, are you willing to give up more equity for more money? And that's what I'm trying to figure out so they can even know how to position themselves.
I would consider it. We came in here with a concrete ask in terms of a budget. If it means getting more sharks and having more people at the table, then I would consider it.
I'll do it either way. I think partnering with Chris is smart, and obviously you see the value there, and I don't mind doing that. You may not think there's value. I'll leave that to him, or I'll leave it to you and say, I'll hit your number, $400K at the price that you asked.
At 4%.
At the 10 million valuation.
Yeah, because I have enough confidence that I add enough value that it will propel.
So you're willing to do the deal at $400,000 for 4%.
But I do, look, regardless of what he said about me, right, I see the value there because Silicon Valley is its own little world.
Yeah, like Uber operates in its own little world, and
No,
Twitter operates in its own little world, and Instagram operates in its own little world. I've never been outside of San Francisco. I'm sorry.
So let me ask then, Chris. You know, Mark just asked if you'd be open to teaming up for a deal. Is that something you'd be open to? What if we do so at the valuation that Mark talked about, 300 from Mark and 300 from Chris? We get it done and we build this thing together.
We're paying more than the last guy's paid, huh?
Paying 25% more. At that time, we didn't have.
Don't do it to yourself.
We didn't have the products. We didn't have the brand. We didn't have this team in place.
You didn't have Shark Tank either. Don't do it to yourself.
I'll do 300 and 300 at a $9 million valuation.
Mark, would you do that deal?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right. Perfect.
Hug it out, guys. Hug it out.
Thank you. Set a team up.
Hug it out.
Win the hell.
Yeah.
I have no doubt about
Thanks
that.
so much, guys.
Guys, come on, shake it out. Come on.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
Congrats, Dave.
Thanks, guys. I'm so excited for what this means for everybody using Brightwheel. These are the exact right partners that we want in place, and we're gonna take this thing down to the, this is a rocket ship.
You know what? I just thought about this. They didn't even think about Kevin O'Leary. They didn't even acknowledge him.
I thought it was way too little for what I bring, anyways.
That's great.